gonna snip this corner.
Oh, jeez. Are you okay?
Cut that on camera. Remember, everybody, cut towards your buddy, not your body.
My dream when we moved in was to create a beadboard backsplash in our kitchen, ideally with salvaged beadboard. A more pressing necessity for my sanity was to stop looking at the green backsplash as soon as possible. MDF was in our budget. So we worked together to get it installed in October while my mom wrangled the boys. Was it fun to work together on a project? Absolutely. Did I ask Devin too many questions? Perhaps. After getting the beadboard up, it only took me 8 months to finish the job, which came to encompass painting the range hood that we're not replacing yet, and sprucing a butcher block that Devin built many years ago. To make the maximum impact with the least amount of work, we are putting beadboard on the backsplash, leaving the countertop, so essentially covering the backsplash that is here. And we thought at first that we were going to remove this metal to get the beadboard in, but the metal actually loops around behind the formica that's on the backsplash, and the formica is glued on. So Devin's been adjusting by taking additional off of the beadboard so that it can sit up flush to the wall, and then the trim piece that we have will cover it. What do you need to do?
Cut it more.
He needs to cut it more, so he's gonna go do that. Welcome to our outdoor workshop. You may be able to tell that it's a bit overcast today. That means that we have set this up and then taken it down when it started misting again. We have some Home Depot MDF here that we're putting on the backsplash in the kitchen. And I am sanding it before I put it up because MDF beadboard always has this sort of awful grain in the grooves, and I'm trying to get it out before it's in an awkward position to work on. So you measured and cut out for the outlet and then came back out and explained that it's not right because...
This dimension doesn't fit. So I have to trim off this end a little bit. And then that means it's going to slide over. And then that means that the outlet hole that I had wasn't quite right. So I just had to cut an extra 1/4 inch. The cover will still hide it. It'll be fine.
We're thinking it's pretty unlikely that all of the cuts are going to be just right for this piece, but we will see if it slides in.
You take off in many places.
Okay.
But I'm not sure where.
All right, it's going in. In addition to a new outlet. And you can see here this sort of cheap lights we had from, I don't know when we got those, that we put up just to kind of see if we liked having under cabinet lighting. We now are 100% sure we love it. So we're gonna get some LED strips so that we can put them back further and they really won't be visible. Nice! The other thing is this piece of trim, which is perfect shape-wise, is made out of MDF, and so it's definitely going to get wet often. So I might look for a PVC version of the same trim. All right, let's see if it fits.
Oh, it won't yet.
Oh, what do you
take this off?
Here we go. Here we go. Will it fit? Oh, you're gonna have to scribe the edge. You're just trying to make sure the rest is good?
Yeah, I gotta
gotcha, yeah.
That.
Okay.
Okay, that's too wide all the way up. Okay. Wow.
What?
I'm like a 1/4 inch off over there.
Okay.
Oh, that'll squeeze. We could squeeze.
Okay. And what about here? That looks really great there.
Just gotta snip this corner. Oops.
Gouging for Micah.
I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, jeez. Are you okay?
Cut that on camera. Remember, everybody, cut towards your buddy, not your body.
You're bleeding. You are.
Oh, a little bit. Yeah, not too bad. There wasn't anything there when I looked.
Oh, beautiful. And this will be covered up by the trim.
Yep, and then we'll need to do something up there, but I guess I'll put a
Band-aid on your...
Band-Aid, but
At least get the sawdust off of it. Come out, you want to?
no.
Oh!
Okay, it's probably good.
I mean, I think it's nice to look at it like this because it also includes so many other fun things happening in the kitchen right now. Like the baby doll that's on the island. The light that helps us tell if the outlets or the circuit or whatever, the breakers are off. What's it actually called?
That's all right.
The breaker? Okay. Wow. Look at it. So exciting. The hood is going to be the same color as the beadboard, which will be the more creamy white color. People are always saying, like, Mary, how are you so good at taping things? Like, how did you learn to tape so well? And I just say, like, I don't know, you just kind of are born this way if you're really good at it. There's not really much you can do if you don't have the gift. It can't be taught. So I've used 409 on this so many times. It's got this like really yucky texture. Look at all the grime that's coming off. There's a really terrible coat on. It's dripping in certain places, and I did the inside first where it is definitely dripping. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop with that coat. This beadboard has been up for months, 3-4 months since October, and it has never been finished. In fact, until very recently, this corner piece wasn't in place, and it wasn't even this corner piece. It was some other thing I bought, and Devin just had this square material, relatively square, it's sort of a rectangle. So we finally got that on, and now it's time to caulk. That's potentially the world's worst caulk. I am about ready to finally paint the beadboard that has been up for almost a year. I have just gone through with some of this spackle just to fill a few little nail holes. Because I have matte paint, I am gonna regret it probably, but like over here we have a pretty bad edge, and I did fill, but it's not flush, it's not perfect. The other thing I'm excited about is I have been hand sanding this sill to try to get the water damage out of it before I put a stain and a finish, because I'm not refinishing the whole window or all the cabinets. And so I'm about to use the sander with the HEPA vac on, and I have not done that yet. It used to just be a complete disaster every time I would sand. I'm still gonna do this though before I start painting. I think this is gonna go quick. I can't believe how much better it is. It's so fast and it's so clean. And there's like, I just wiped up a tiny bit of dust in the corner. Oh my God. This is just one of those moments where you're like, how could I have worked without this tool for so long? This is incredible. Potentially a little backwards, but once I was painting this to match the beadboard, I realized that I wanted to sand what I had glued up. On the side, it came off much quicker. I'm sure if I knew a lot about end grain on hardwoods versus not, that wouldn't be a surprise to me.